Welcome to A&A Products. In this tutorial we're going to use the ZING to make a monogram glass. We'll go through the steps needed to create the letters and show you how to carve the glass and what it looks like when it's finished. So let's get started. For this project I'm going to use some laminating film. It's available. I got this in Hobby Lobby. Probably most hobby stores would have it. If you're doing this by hand and you're going to not use a ZING, I would suggest you stick with the rubber. It would make it a little easier to cut. Alright, we're going to use the Make the Cut software that comes with the ZING to put an H on that we have. So we're going to go to the text in the fonts area, click on that. I've selected a French script for the font, and now I need to scroll down and see if I can find a capital H somewhere. And that's what we're going to use. Once I find it, if I double click on it, it will appear in the window, and we're ready to go. It's not as large as I would like, so I'm going to slip it across to the left or right side here and go up above on the screen, and where it shows the height to be 1 inch, and I'm going to make that 2 inches. I would like to have a 2 inches eye for the glass that I'm going to use. It will automatically change the width when I do that. Just hit the enter key and it'll change the size on the screen. Now I like to work towards the bottom of the window. Some people like to work towards the top. So I'm going to pull everything down to the bottom right corner and start from there. I like to do that because I put my vellum or rubber, whatever I'm using, across the bottom and line it up there, so it helps me. I can cut that way. I like it better. This line right here is where I will put my vellum actually onto the ZING. So I'm going to leave myself about a 1/2 inch from that line and about a 1/2 inch from the bottom, enough that I have some place to work with. And now I'd like to make another one, so I'll click on that with a right click and go up and click on copy, and then I'm ready to go across to the edit window or the edit tile and click on the edit tile, and I will see something called paste in place. This will put another H right over top of the H that's there. I can then just simply slide it off to the left and align it where I want it. I want to leave space around it so that I have room to be able to cut them out. With the H's centered, we're ready to cut them out. So we'll go to the top of the Make the Cut program and look at Cut Project Width, and we click on that and we'll pick the ZING, click and cut with the ZING, and as soon as we do that, it gives us the positions where we can load and pick our parameters. I'm going to set the speed at 9. I'm going to put the force at 100. I'm going to do a multi-cut, make it 2, and I'll set the blade offset at 0.75. I like the multi-cut at 2 because it seems to give me a little better cut on the vellum. And we're ready to cut it. Now because the vellum was heavier, we used the blue blade and did a double cut, and that works fine with the laminating film. Notice that I have used some tape to hold down the vellum just to make sure that it doesn't move for me. Now once they're cut out, I separate them with a scissor so that I have H's by themselves there. I left enough room around the side that I can put them onto a glass. And the first thing we need to do is pull the H off of there. And something that is worth noting is that I could keep that H if I wanted to and use it itself. It has sticky on the back, and I could put it onto a piece of glass and sandblast or frost it, and what I would get would be a piece of frosted glass with a clear H in the middle, which look like this. So that's a way to use the H that way if you'd like to, but we want to actually carve into the glass. Our next job is to take the backing off and apply it to the table, to the glass. So I'll pull the backing off and leave the sticky side up. So just kind of hold it down when you ease the backing off. And this way I can put the glass onto the sticky side. I don't have to pick the plastic up, the vellum, and put it on the glass. I just put the glass onto the vellum. Make sure your glass is clean. Alcohol works wonderful. And then align your glass over the H, or over whatever letter you have. Make sure you've got it lined up straight. Put it down onto the vellum and roll half to the left. There we go, roll to the left. This leaves the right side still open, but that's why we want to start from the left side now and work around and make sure that the H is onto the glass with no bubbles and that we get it on smoothly. Now if we were to sandglass the glass just like that, we would certainly get some frosting on the bottom of the glass or the sides of the glass. So we're going to have to tape the glass, and I like to use the blue painter's tape because it goes on easy and it comes off easily. So we'll use that, and I'll show you what the glass looks like after I've got it taped. So I taped the bottom of the glass and the top of the glass, and I taped both sides of the glass. I put a piece of tape across the back so that any overspray towards the back won't frost the back of the glass. So that's how we use the ZING to make a monogram glass. It's just a matter of putting it into the sandblaster and blasting it, and you know how to do that. You could monogram pendants, just about anything you wanted to. So that finishes this particular tutorial. Hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned something.